Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new here. My name is Kibriya and this is the Life of Kibri. And today's video is going to be all about entrepreneurship, starting a business, and my top 5 tips for aspiring entrepreneurs. So if you all don't know, I am a business owner myself. I'm the CEO and founder of kibribeauty. It's a cosmetics line that I started my senior year of college. And we're actually turning 2 this month, so happy almost anniversary to kibribeauty. Let's jump right into these tips. Okay, so tip number 1 is branding is key. And I feel like as an aspiring business owner or as a business owner, that is something that you hear all the time, but it's such a crucial thing. Like, there are gonna be so many people that are doing the same thing that you're doing, or selling the same product that you're selling, or providing the same service that you're selling, but it's all about what makes you different from all of those other businesses, and that is all about how you brand your business. I feel like 2 of the main things that you have to be able to answer as a business owner is what makes my product or service different from the next business out there, and who is my target consumer, or who is my target audience. I feel like once you know who your target audience is, it becomes 10 times better or 10 times easier when it comes to content creation or marketing, or knowing how to sell your products. So tip number 1, branding is key. Tip number 2 is to create your business around something that you are passionate about. I feel like when you're passionate about the products that you're selling, or the services that you're providing, or your brand as a whole, it will always shine through your work. Like, you can always see when this business owner is passionate and they care about their business, and that is extremely important as a business owner. I feel like you should never go into a business just for the money and without the passion. Like, you need the passion. Like, it's not a one or the other type of thing. If the passion is not there, people will definitely feel that, and people will definitely see that. And also, it becomes less and less about work and less about the money, and becomes more about the enjoyment and the fulfillment of, like, you putting something out there into the world that you care about. So like I said, when you're passionate about your business, it will definitely shine through your products, the services, how you market your business, your website, everything. So tip number 3 is to set long-term and short-term goals. I am a true believer in manifestation, and that there is power in the tongue. You need to make sure that you are speaking light and life into your business at all times. And with that comes with, setting goals, like setting your long-term and your short-term goals. And don't be afraid to think big.
You think it's small. We need to be thinking big.
It is okay to have crazy big aspirations for your business, because I know my aspirations for my business are out of this world, and it's like, I want to get to that point. So once you set those goals, then you can get real intentional about, like, the work that you're gonna put in to obtain those goals. You wanna make sure that you're also being realistic with your short-term goals. Like, for example, one of my short-term goals during my launch week, or like my launch day, as a matter of fact, it was just like, I wanted to sell X amount of products. So once I set that goal and I knew that that was my goal, I made sure, like, my marketing has to be on point, my branding has to be on point, my website has to be on point. Like, I need to do whatever I can to make sure I reach that goal of selling X amount of products. And I don't know, I just felt like, I needed to go hard. And because I had that drive and determination of wanting to reach that goal of selling X amount of products, I ended up selling out on my first day. So yeah, like I said, there's power in the tongue, and manifestation is so real. So when you're setting your goals, make sure you're being intentional, and also make sure you put the work in behind those goals. Tip number 4 is basically to do your research. And as broad as that may sound, when I say that, I specifically mean doing your research on the industry that you want to get into, and also other brands within that industry. When I first started my Instagram page for my business, I made sure to follow all of the top makeup brands out there, not only for inspiration but also for educational purposes. I felt like it was important for me to know how these larger brands are marketing their products. How are they speaking to their consumer? How are they going about their story posts or their reels? Like, I just feel like I needed to know those things, and I feel like it helped me tremendously when it was just like, okay, I see how Fenty Beauty is doing, their thing over there. What is kibribeauty gonna do to make sure she's speaking to make sure Kibri Beauty is speaking directly to, you know, their target audience and like getting their brand message across, and making sure my post and my content is appealing to the eye, and making sure, like, you know, I'm just positioning my brand in the best way that I know how to do it. So do your research. Check out these larger brands, but also when you are checking out these larger brands, make sure not to compare your business to anybody else's business, big or small. That takes us into our next tip, which is to trust the process. But I want to go back to just not comparing. When you compare your business or compare yourself or just comparing anything that is supposed to bring you fulfillment, what you wind up doing is taking the joy and the fun out of it. Like when you're researching these other brands, these larger brands specifically, please, please, please do not compare yourself or your business to these larger brands. That brings us into my next tip, which is to trust the process. And y'all, I know trusting the process could be super hard. Like, I am preaching to the choir when I say trust the process and fall in love with the process, because it's just like, oh my gosh, like how? But it literally, like, you literally have to trust the process and just understand and realize that you just have to know and understand that nothing worth working towards, or nothing worth, like, you know, putting your all into is going to happen overnight. It is a gradual thing. And with that, you just have to kind of be able to, like, give yourself reminders that, like, you know, everything is gonna be fine. I'm doing the best that I can. Like, you have to really be able to pick yourself up and dust yourself off when things do not go the way that you think they're gonna go. Like, within my 2 years of being a business owner, there have been so many situations where things did not go as planned. And most recently, I actually want to talk to y'all about this. Hold on. Okay, so for my business, I create everything. Like, this is a one-woman show. I create my business cards, I create my thank you cards, I, you know, create all of my social media posts, the website, anything that you see with Kibri Beauty on it, I made it. Except my logo. My best friend made my logo. But with that being said, it was time for me to get some new business cards. And I make my business cards on Canva. If you are a business owner or you are thinking about creating a business, you need Canva. This is not sponsored. This is me telling y'all that you need Canva. Canva is your friend for everything branding related, anything flyer related. Just basically, if you have a business, you need to use Canva. So anyways, it was time for me to get some new business cards. And if you purchase from me, then you have a business card and you pretty much know what they look like. And I went ahead, I said I wanted to get some new business cards. So one of my goals this year was to get a certain amount of business cards and give them out to people that haven't purchased my product. So meaning that, like, I would go to the store and give my business card out and promote myself that way, instead of, like, you know, just people having my business cards when they purchase from me, because I always include a business card in my packages. So, but I feel like I don't think I've ever given anyone my business card just from me talking to them. And I feel like that's something I definitely want to change in 2023. Like, whether you purchase from me or not, you need to have my business card. So yeah, so it was time for me to create some new ones. I went on canva.com. I went to my little template that I use for my business cards, and I decided that I wanted to do something a little different. I'm in the process of actually rebranding Kibri Beauty, which I'm very excited about. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to put that out there for y'all. But anyways, I'm in the process of rebranding, and I was like, you know, I kind of want to switch up my business cards a little bit. Like, I want to do something a little different. So it pretty much looks the same. Like, if you have my business card, it looks the same, but I got a different type of paper that's going to be printed on. And this paper that I got was cost a little more than what I usually get. I usually get like a glossy finish, and this time I forgot the name of it, but it wasn't matte, but it wasn't glossy. It was like whatever other option that they had there. So I made my business card. It looked good when it was on the computer screen, and then it got delivered to me. And I don't know if I did something wrong, or basically I'll just have to see it. So this, I hope it focused. This is what it came back looking like. And I don't know if I did something wrong, because my logo is on a black background. So I think when I copied the logo onto the black business card page, I didn't remove the background of my logo. So it just pasted on the black business card. It's so hard to explain, but it just pasted on like what the it just pasted on the background. And what I needed to do was remove the background of my business card, because now it kind of looks like two-toned, and I don't like that, y'all. Personally, when I got these business cards, I was upset because I ordered like, I think I ordered 200 business cards, and I just feel like this really just doesn't reflect like my work in a sense. And yes, like, you know, this might be small, it's like really might not be, it really might not be like that much of a big deal, but for me, the way I decide to brand my business and the way like how I like to go about how things look for my business, this really hurt my feelings. So in that moment, I was upset, but then also it's like, okay, now what you gonna do about it? Like, are you gonna like, what are you gonna do? So I told myself that I still want to give these business cards out. Like, these business cards won't be a part of the rebrand. Like, I'm probably gonna have to make some more, but either way, I need to get these business cards out. Like, I need to figure out like, what am I gonna do? I paid for them. I'm not gonna throw them in the garbage. They still have valuable, useful information on it. I even added a QR code in case people don't want to type it in. You know, people like electronics these days. So yeah, it's pretty simple though. Like, it's a really simple business card. Like, I feel like everything with Kibri Beauty is simple and clean cut and to the point. So very simple business card, has our new slogan on there. Very simple background, has all the information you need. It just doesn't look how I wanted it to look. So like I said, I'm still gonna give these out. In little situations like that, you have to figure out, okay, what am I gonna do about it? And yes, this may be a small situation, but I did want to tell y'all about that because this was one of my most recent situations where it's just like, this just didn't go as planned. That kind of goes along with trusting the process and, you know, being able to pick up when things don't go the way you want them to go. Best of luck to all the business owners out there, and best of luck to all the aspiring business owners out there. If you have a business, go ahead and drop the name and your social handles in the comment section so other people can see and support. And if you learned something new, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and please don't forget to turn on those notifications so you know the next time I post a video. See y'all next time.